Hey there, this is Gooboberty here, and welcome to the Diablo 3 Challenge Rift number 5 tutorial and guide, featuring that mighty magical miracle of methodical melee mechanisms, the Monk. This week, our character is utilizing the bonuses from 3 separate sets: Istvan's Paired Blades, Bastions of Will, and Raiment of 1,000 Storms. With Raiment of 1,000 Storms, spirit generators are buffed, allowing for 25% increased attack speed and 100% increased damage. In this build, our monk is using Fists of Thunder as his spirit generator. Bastions of Will is a set comprised of 2 rings, Focus and Restraint. With this set, spirit generators and spenders allow for a 50% damage increase for 5 seconds. Generators and spenders activate their own buff, allowing for their effects to stack. As you see here, these are the icons seen in-game when the buffs are active. When both buffs are active, our monk receives a 100% damage bonus. And we have Istvan's Paired Blades. This main hand and offhand weapon set increases attack speed, damage, and armor by 6% for 4 seconds after spending mana. This bonus stacks up to 5 times, granting a 30% stat bonus. When this buff is active, an icon will appear indicating the number of stacks. And moving on to our non-set items, we have Kekeji's Unbreakable Spirit. This helm gives us the chance to have all mana costs removed for 3 seconds. Countess Julia's Cameo is an amulet that prevents all arcane damage, healing instead of harming our monk. We have Spirit Guards for Bracers, allowing our spirit generators to reduce up to 35% damage for 3 seconds. And finally, for the boots, we have Iron Toe Mud Sputters. This item is the key to speed in this challenge rift. The more injured you are, the faster you run, up to a 29% movement speed increase. This means that during travel, our monk needs to remain injured without healing for the maximum speed bonus. Reserve healing potions and healing abilities for combat. Our final 3 items, the leggings, belt, and gloves, have no set bonus and no powers. Moving on to the legendary gems, we see that this build is using Bane of the Trapped and Bane of the Powerful. Bane of the Trapped synergizes with our monk's blind ability, increasing damage against impaired enemies by 15%. Bane of the Powerful increases all damage by 20% for 30 seconds after killing an elite. And for the passives, we have Momentum, Relentless Assault, Determination, and Seize the Initiative. Here we can really see how this monk is meant to be played. Momentum states that moving 25 yards will increase damage by 20% for 6 seconds. Relentless Assault behaves similarly to Bane of the Trapped, granting a damage bonus of 20% to blinded enemies. Next we have Determination. This lets us know that we need to fight in large groups, as we get a damage increase for every enemy within 12 yards. This damage bonus stacks up to 20%. And finally we have Seize the Initiative. With this passive we get an attack speed bonus for attacking healthier targets. For the powers we have the Furnace, dealing 50% more damage to elites. Death Diggers, granting primary skills 100% additional damage. Our monk is using Fists of Thunder as his primary attack. And we have Convention of Elements. This power cycles through all elemental damage types, granting a 200% damage bonus focused on a single element. This build is only using 2 of the 7 available elemental damage types, Holy and Lightning, so we only have this power benefit less than 1/3 of the time. Moving on to the abilities, we have our primary resource generator and our primary resource spender. Fists of Thunder and Exploding Palm. Fists of Thunder allows for the monk to teleport from target to target, granting a faster challenge rift completion time. You must attack in sets of 3 to activate a massive damage bonus. After 3 attacks, Fists of Thunder deals 400% weapon damage, as Holy split between all enemies in front of the monk. The Bounding Light rune additionally deals 240% weapon damage as Holy to up to 3 additional targets. And our primary resource spender is Exploding Palm. Once struck by Exploding Palm, the affected target will bleed with lightning damage over 9 seconds. If the enemy dies during that 9 seconds, they will explode for nearly 3000% weapon damage dealt to all nearby monsters. The rune Shocking Grasp allows for every strike of Exploding Palm to spread to an additional enemy within 15 yards. When used in a group, every strike of Exploding Palm will affect 2 enemies, causing multiple explosions. Next we have these buffs that you will want to keep active: Mantra of Conviction and Sweeping Wind. Mantra of Conviction grants a 3-second 16% damage bonus with additional area of effect damage for nearby enemies. Sweeping Wind is a localized damaging aura that gains additional stacks as the monk lands a critical hit, stacking up to 3 times. At 3 stacks, Sweeping Wind with the Cyclone rune has a chance to spawn a Lightning Tornado, lasting for 3 seconds each. Multiple Lightning Tornadoes will spawn as Sweeping Wind is kept at 3 stacks, providing a large amount of area effect damage. And our final 2 abilities should primarily be used just during main combat: our Blind and our Heal. Blinding Flash with the Faith in the Light rune will blind all enemies within 20 yards for 3 seconds. The monk will deal 29% increased damage after using this ability. This, combined with the damage bonus from the legendary gem Bane of the Trapped and the passive Relentless Assault, means that this blind ability is a trigger for a massive damage increase. Breath of Heaven is the monk's primary healing ability. In addition to providing a strong self-heal for this challenge rift, Breath of Heaven with the Blazing Wrath rune also increases the damage of the monk by 10% for 9 seconds. Now remember, this build is using the boots Iron Toe Mud Sputters, which increases movement speed relative to the amount of life missing. Because of this, we do not want to use our healing ability during travel only at the start of large battles. Both of these abilities have a 15-second cooldown and should be reserved for main combat, as their damage bonuses are massive when combined. When executed properly, this build will demolish a large group of enemies very quickly. This monk skill rotation can be broken down into 2 phases: travel and main combat. Travel occurs through Fists of Thunder teleportation, moving from enemy to enemy. Once a large group has been gathered, main combat occurs. In the traveling phase, we see that the Iron Toe Mud Sputters increase movement speed based upon life missing. For this reason, we will not be healing with potions or abilities during travel, saving this for the main combat phase. As the monk moves through the map, Relentless Assault grants a 20% damage bonus for moving 25 yards. The order of operations is based upon teleporting from enemy to enemy with Fists of Thunder, gaining mana as you punch each monster moving down the hall. In between Fists of Thunder, cast Sweeping Wind to begin building 3 stacks, leading towards a generation of Lightning Tornadoes. Cast Mantra of Conviction when available to maintain a consistent damage buff. And finally, we have the main phase of combat operations. The main thing to keep in mind here is to always fight in large groups, targeting a single enemy with Fists of Thunder. Attack a single target the entire time, letting your numerous area of effect abilities damage the surrounding monsters. The first step is to ensure that you have 3 stacks of Sweeping Wind before entering combat. These stacks are gained during the travel phase as you move from group to group. Once you have pulled together a large group, target the weakest enemy with Fists of Thunder, teleporting you to the middle of that mass of monsters. Immediately cast Exploding Palm on this same weak enemy, then quickly activate the mantra, Heal, and Blind. These 3 abilities will temporarily massively increase the damage dealt. Once all the buffs are active, attack the same weak target with 3 Fists of Thunder, activating that damage bonus. Reactivate the mantra, then place another Exploding Palm on an adjacent target. Refocus on the original weak target with Fists of Thunder until the target dies. When this target dies, the entire group should die with it. On to the maps. After running this challenge rift many times and achieving a ranking in the top 20 in the Americas, I have developed a route which I have found to be very efficient. This challenge rift should end somewhere towards the beginning of the 3rd floor of the rift. On each of these maps, I marked my route along with the elite packs and shrines. I recommend pausing and capturing a screenshot of these images for future reference. And now, to demonstrate a run-through of Challenge Rift 5, The Monk. Hey there, here we are with Challenge Rift number 5. I'm going to go ahead and knock this thing out with this awesome little monk here. This build's kind of complicated, and we'll see what we can do with it. Let's go. Mantra, Sweeping Wind, Heal, Blind, and Pop. Down to the left. Pop these guys. Pow. And pow. Around the corner. Blind these guys. And heal. Okay. Down to the left over here. Get this pylon and pop that group right there. Okay, that was kind of a harder one, but that was a decent kill there. Pretty fast. Yeah, these guys kind of boxed you in here with these walls and everything, and it's okay. Okay, up around the corner. Okay, that guy's down. Let's go up here. We're going to go all the way forward and pull these two groups together. Okay, up here to the left. Here to the left. And I'm going to blind these guys right here. There's an elite coming up, so I'm saving my blind for that. Right over here. Okay, keep going to the left. Okay, around here to the right-ish. Okay, there's a boss coming up down here. Okay, let's go, go, go. Out the door. No! Well, at least that rhymed. Okay. Go here to the left really quick. Okay. Alright. And the boss. Let's go, 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 go. He's almost dead. Well, that's that. Yep. I was just 10 seconds off my old time. 6:34 is still good. That is about how that Rift dungeon goes. You saw the pattern, you saw the path, you saw the efficient way. The Gooboberty way. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends, comment, do all kinds of good stuff. You know what I mean? I'll be doing this every week. Next week is week 6, Challenge Rift 6. It'll be the Witch Doctor, Crusader, or Demon Hunter. So, thank you, and goodbye. Like and subscribe. The Gooboberty way.